Brought to you by DIS, keeping companies connected with cloud-based solutions. Come on, City.
Mark, first of all, just touch on Morecambe. How important was that win in terms of getting that momentum back after the Exeter loss?
Yeah, it was important that we bounced back after, like you said, the Exeter loss. So yeah, it was important that we firstly got the result, but secondly, the performance, and I think the performance was there for everyone to see. We dominated the ball at times, and we defended the box well, and created some good chances. So yeah, we're pleased to get the 3 points and put in the performance.
Was it pleasing to just get back on the pitch without finding out just before it that it was going to be postponed?
Yeah, it was always nice to play the games now, and hopefully they come thick and fast now. The weather seems to be better, so yeah, we just want to hopefully use this momentum now to put another run together if we can, or at least put in the performances that we've showed in the past. So that's what we're looking for now.
It's the first time this season that City have won a game after going behind earlier in the match. What does that show about the character and resilience in the side now?
Yeah, it shows that we've got a good mindset, positive mindset, that when it is tough, when obviously it was a goal that it was a bit of a fluke goal in regards to cross going in, and it was a tough one for us to take, but we showed that confidence to keep playing, to keep moving the ball. Nobody really lost confidence and went away from what we planned to do. So yeah, we were delighted in the way that the character that the players showed.
Just a couple of updates on injuries. What's the latest on Bryce Hosanna?
Bryce is getting closer. He hadn't kind of had any setbacks or anything like that. It was just we've got to be 100% sure that Bryce is going to return into full training when he's 100%. So we're just going to take a little bit more time with him, but we'll hopefully he'll be back end of next week.
Is there a specific date you're aiming for to actually get him back on the pitch, or is it too early to tell at this point?
Yeah, it's too early to tell. So obviously he's not had a full session, so we've got to then assess him after that. So we don't know. We couldn't put a date on it straight away, but hopefully he gets through the full sessions, and then he's closer to the contention for the squad.
Same sort of question on Rhys Staunton then. You mentioned last week that he's back in training. When can we expect to see him back on the pitch?
Soon, hopefully. The team is being consistent, and it's now down to Rhys to find his way back into the team and into the 18. That's his challenge, and when a team's performing, it's always difficult, but that gives us that competition for places, and it's now down to Rhys to show his qualities within training and within games.
Is that quite a nice dilemma to have, though, having a player like that coming back and having 3 solid options at centre back in front of him already? Yeah.
Obviously we've got Rhys, we've got Niall, we've got Ant, who's played left centre half. Then you've got obviously Matty Folds as well. So you've got a lot of competition in the left side, left centre half, left back. So yeah, that competition is only going to improve the group and improve the quality within the sessions, and then hopefully that will lead to better performances within games.
Richard O'Donnell as well. He was on the bench against Morecambe. Is he at 100% fitness yet?
Again, he's more building up. He's ready to go, but you've got to build these players up within training and make sure that they are 100% when they're back in the team to prevent any further injuries. So yeah, Rich is closer, and obviously he's in the squad, back in the squad now, which is only again a positive, because he pushed Sam for that number 1 spot. So yeah, it's we're in a good position at this moment in time in regards to the squad size.
Is the plan with Richard to put him straight back in when he's at 100%, or are you planning to stick with Sam Hornby for the time being?
It's a performance game, and if Sam's performing, then it's his shirt to lose. Rich is a skipper and is important for the team, and it's great that he's back around the squad and in the matchday squad. And Rich is again just waiting for his opportunity to get that shirt back, and it's only going to be that positive competition that we want within the club.
If Richard does come back in, where does that leave the captaincy? Will he take back over, or will Pawdy keep on being captain?
No, Richard's the captain. So Pawdy knows that, and while Rich isn't in the squad, Pawdy is leading the team, and is I think you take that captaincy away from Pawdy, he's still the same player. He's still a leader. So if Rich comes back in the squad, he is the captain. So he will get the armband.
Just on Pawdy, how pleasing has it been to see him excel in that sort of deputy role?
Yeah, we know the qualities of Pawdy. I've followed Pawdy's career quite far when he was at Leeds, and then obviously worked with him in the past when he was his career at Bradford so far. So we know Pawdy's strengths. We know his characteristics, and his the key is his performing as well as leading the team. It just shows that the qualities that he has got, both as a leader and as a footballer. So we're delighted how Pawdy is performing at this moment in time.
Danny Rowe was obviously on the bench as well against Morecambe. Will he start this weekend?
It's a question that we'll have to see on Saturday. We just see how training goes tomorrow, and we'll make a decision from there.
Is his sort of situation similar at all to that of Richard and Sam, in that you've got him and you've also got Andy Cook, who's in good form at the minute? Yeah,
it's competition. We brought these players in the window for competition and to strengthen the team, and that's what we've done. These players are just coming in to sit on the bench. They want to play, and that's the competition that we want. And if they are on the bench, then they're hopefully doing everything in their powers to make sure that when they get the chance to keep it. But again, Rowy's come back from an illness that kind of put him back, because he obviously hit the ground running since coming in. So he just needs to again take his opportunity for that starting on Saturday or coming off the bench. He's just got to go and show his qualities again.
As you mentioned there's several players that you brought in January that have hit the ground running. You look at Danny Rowe, I know Charles Vernham's another one, Ollie Crankshaw, Al Canavan. How pleasing it for you to see that all that hard work that you put into the recruitment through January is paying off?
Yeah, we're delighted. Obviously, it was mentioned in the press before that it was a kind of a collective effort from everyone, and to bring these players into the building to strengthen the team, and I think that's what we've done. And for these players to come straight in and perform is great. We did kind of look at the players who have played our match ready, so they are closer to pushing this 11 who was obviously had the shirts then. So we're delighted of how well they've come into the squad and performed. So it's just hopefully they can keep on performing, but there's obviously the players that are on the bench who are waiting for that opportunity as well.
Looking ahead to Cheltenham then, they're obviously a team in great form. What have you made from them this season?
For me, they're one of the best teams in the league. They're quite organised in what they do. They keep the same kind of shape, and they all know their roles and responsibilities, but they've obviously got a lot of qualities as well. So it's going to be a tough game. We've got to be at our best, to get anything at Cheltenham. So we know the strengths of them. We'll be prepared as we are for every game, but we've just got to, like I say, we've got to be at our best to get a result.
Put this to Connor Wood earlier. Obviously, one of Cheltenham's big strengths and a threat they've used all season is that Bantams throw-in that they seem to be very potent from. How are you planning to combat that?
We'll obviously be organised and be aware of it and make sure that the players know their roles and responsibilities from that. I know that Ben Tozer takes a throw from either side. He takes it high up the pitch, low, deeper down the pitch. It's a strength and a tactic they use to get them down the pitch quickly or able to put the ball into the box. We'll be prepared for that. We know it's a strength, and it's something that they'll look to do. We just be prepared as well as we will be from any set play.
Brilliant. Cheers, Mark. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Mark. Obviously, the weather getting better, it not only means that matches won't be or shouldn't be postponed, but has it been a chance for you to get actually some training done on grass as well this week?
Yeah, we've been on today. So it's great to be back on the grass. And obviously, it makes a difference. I know it's been said before that the strain on the body that the 4G puts on the joints is can cause injuries or flare up old injuries. So it was important that we are back on the grass, and we were able to, like you said, to get a good session in with the group today. So yeah, we're delighted that the weather is picking up, and we just obviously gives us that chance to train at a little bit more intensity.
And of course, Cheltenham, another long journey. It seems all your away trips are quite long ones at the moment. Do you have to prepare differently for those than you would, say, a short trip?
Well, yeah, obviously the overnight stay is something that we've got to take into consideration, and how we plan and prepare. We've got a routine. I've obviously played a lot, like you said, away, so especially long distances. So yeah, the players know how we work, and the preparation that slightly changes when we do have a longer game. So yeah, it does change in terms of the amount of information that we can give the players, and obviously the training, because you've got to leave a little bit early on the Friday to travel. So yeah, it does change things.
And presumably COVID has changed that routine as well, in that you can't use a pool or a gym wherever it is you're going to.
Yeah, exactly that. So the players would obviously relax a little bit more than they're able to in terms of using the facilities, but we just got to apply by the rules and make sure that we're doing everything correctly in regards to the COVID side. So yeah, that is something that's missing, but the players have adapted well to everything, and taking that away from them, they're just getting on with it and preparing as well as they can do.
Hey, thanks very much. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Hi Mark.
Hiya.
You can say about obviously Cheltenham, one of the best teams in the league. You could probably argue at the moment, given their form as well, it's probably as tough of a game as it gets currently, this Cheltenham away, isn't it? Yeah,
they are. They're obviously on form. Had some good results lately, and like I said before, they're a well-organised team who like to keep the same formation, which obviously helps with organisation for them, and they've got different strengths, the throw, from set pieces, and obviously they're good to keep the ball well and to move it. So like I say, we know that they're a strong team, and they're up there for the right reasons, and at the minute probably for me the best team in the league. So we've got to be at our best to get anything from the game.
And obviously you've had some great results against Cambridge twice, and obviously Morecambe the other night. Teams are up there, but Is this almost like a bit of a benchmark, isn't it, for how far this team's come when you're playing a team as good as this, when they're on form as well?
Yeah, these are the games that we want. We want to see, like you say, the benchmark for us, and the way that we're playing and how confident we are as a group. We're going to any game and want to get a result. So yeah, we're looking forward to this challenge, and we know it's going to be, like you say, one of the tougher challenges. But if we can overcome this, then just only give us more confidence for the next kind of run of games.
I think Anthony O'Connor was saying the other day that you can go toe to toe in this sort of game and go there with confidence, and presumably when you feel the team feel good about themselves, they're getting good results. It's a great time to be playing these sort of matches, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. I think, as I mentioned, the result against Morecambe and the performance was key, really. How we played, that gives us a lot of confidence going into this game. Just how we moved the ball, how we defended the box. We looked to threat, but also we defended well. So yeah, we're full of confidence going into this game, but we're expecting a tough match.
I know you were saying afterwards on the game on Tuesday night, don't ask about the playoffs, but knowing Bradford City fans as they are at the moment, and they're so delighted with how the team's playing, and should you get a result this weekend, is it going to be a case of perhaps managing expectations a little bit? Because obviously, people aren't going to start getting a bit excited, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got to manage expectations, and that's what we do. We're quite grounded in our approach, and we just focus on the next game. I know it's cliche, but we can only do that. And like I say, if we find ourselves mathematically, away from the relegation zone, then then that's when we could probably start thinking about what's our next step and what's our next kind of goal within the league. So that's where we're at the moment. But our focus is on the game on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to ask, obviously, about the injury. The players come back from injury. What's Lee Novak's latest position? How's he doing?
Yeah, Lee's been back in the building today. So yeah, he's obviously. I'd been with a specialist, and then he's been back in the building. So we're just gonna again build Lee up, and hopefully have him back around the squad when the time is right.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of timescale are you looking at? Are we talking a month or so, or before then, or?
That's been obviously it's the first time back in the building for Lee today, so that's allowed the medical staff to gather that information, and we'll know a little bit more on that after today really.
So it was quite a serious problem then with him.
It's just a different one really that obviously put him out slightly. Just a one that couldn't be dealt with straight away from our physios. That specialist just had to have a look, which happened. So I wouldn't say it was a too serious one, but it's something that we had to see a specialist to make sure he's in the right hands to prepare and get back on the training pitch.
Yeah. And presumably you're optimistic about him being able to feature at some point. Obviously, with the number of games left. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of games called off, and a lot of games had to be rescheduled. So that's all a positive for Lee and for us. That hopefully we'll get Lee back for some of these games. Great stuff. Best of luck Saturday, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, whenever we speak to any of your players about the impact yourself and Connor have had, they always mention the analysis side of things. I just wondered if you could talk a little bit about the backup you get from your analysis guys. Yeah,
we've got two analysis kind of members of staff, Robbie and Scott. Scott worked with myself and Connor in the 18s, and then he moved up with us. And Robbie we've worked with before, so they do a lot of collating the information for myself and Connor, and we'll sift through it and make sure we prepare the team as well as we can from the analysis that they give us, as well as us watching the games as well. So yeah, they do a lot on the opposition. They do a lot obviously in the transfer window on potential players as well. So we've got a good working relationship with our analysis, and that they work hard, and we make sure that they've got everything prepared for myself and Connor, so we will work through that.
Has being able to sort of make the most of that analysis, has that become one of the most important skills for modern coaches compared to the generation before who maybe didn't have that technology? Yeah,
I think so. I think there's a lot of travel in the leagues, and I think if it's a local game, then you can go and watch them. But obviously, I think for a modern coach, it is important to watch the footage and see the strengths and weaknesses in the opposition. You're not just looking for their strengths, you are looking for their weaknesses as well, and where you can hurt them and how you can apply your kind of tactics onto them. So yeah, it's important for us, and the players again have got to buy into it. So it depends the group that you're working with, and some players will want more, and some just want enough. So yeah, again, it's about knowing the players and seeing what works for that group of players. And for this group of players, they've bought into what we're showing them, and it's given us success so far.
Yeah, do you have to be careful of that when you're doing the collective stuff, to not, I don't know, to strike a balance between, as you say, giving them enough information and giving some of them too much?
It doesn't just work as in a full group. We'll do unit meetings in regards to kind of a defensive unit, a midfield unit, so yeah, you can be kind of clever in how you give you information, how much information, and what relevant information needs to be given to what players. So yeah, it's just finding that balance.
Because how hard is it to actually scout teams at the moment when A, you've got the COVID restrictions, and B, you're playing pretty much every Saturday, Tuesday? Yeah,
it's more we've got a scouting system that Lee's brought in to go to games and watch the games live. But we've also got the footage that we can access. So like as soon as we finish one game, if it's a Saturday, then we'll be in on the Sunday. Looking at the opposition. Obviously you can't look too far ahead. You've got to be looking at just the next game. So that's how we work.
And I mean, Conor Wood was saying he thought that your analysis was better even than the experience that Leicester City in the academy. Obviously, you don't have the resources, a Premier League club has. So it is hard work. What's sort of making up that gap?
Yeah, I guess so, and just utilising what you've got and what you can work with. We have got some tools that the club supply and stuff that we have access to through our analysis team. So yeah, we've just got to. The key is the information you're giving. It's not just obviously slides and pictures, etc. It's the information that we collate and apply. So that's key. It's how much information you give the players and what information, and making sure you like you say, you don't overload them with information that they don't need.
I'd certainly got the impression in the first few weeks that you were sort of having to spend every hour God sends on preparing for games, just because obviously you were thrown into it so quickly and the number of matches. Is it still as unrelenting now for you?
Yeah. We do. It's like anything. We don't want to. This is the standards that we set at the start. So if anything, we want to improve on them standards, just like the players do. So yeah, we work just as hard as we did from the first kind of phone call to take the caretaker role, or now interim. So yeah, it's we work long hours, but it's important that our standards don't drop. Then there's no excuses for the players to.
So from your point of view, in terms of keeping up this ferocious work, how important was it that you got results early on? Because in anything you do, it can be dispiriting if you're putting the work in and you're not getting the results.
Depends. You've got to buy into it. You've got to know that what you do is you believe in it. So we believe in that's the best way. And we've been working a long time in developing players and coaching. So we even if the results didn't come straight away, we still believe in the methods that we apply. So yeah, it's been great that we've got the results from it. And like anything, it just allows the players to buy into it, and then like you say, some players want more, some players you just enough is what we give them. So yeah, that it's working well, and we believe in it. It's something that like you say, the kind of you do kind of work on when you're doing your coaching badge, etc. But then you've got to take it to the next level in regards to when you're working with first team players.
And just on the season as a whole, how do you look back on the last sort of 6 weeks or so? It's obviously been very bitty, but you've still been training all the time. You've still been preparing for the games. Do you think this period will help to refresh people physically, mentally? Would you rather it had just kept going with the momentum you were in?
I think the slight break that's mentally and physically, I think they're both just as important. That the players get that rest that's needed. But now, the players know that they've done it over the Christmas period in regards to playing kind of back to back, Tuesday, Saturdays. That we're looking forward to it now. We've had enough rest. We've had enough games called off. We just want to play matches and go and put in performances and hopefully get the results that's going to take us high up the table.
That's great. Thanks for your time, Mark. Good luck at the weekend.
Thank you.
Hi Mark, it's Mark here from BBC Look North.
Hiya.
First of all, I'm keen to know, how have you found being caretaker and then interim manager with Conor? How's that experience been for you?
Nothing's really changed in regards to that for us. Just a title, really. But obviously, we're embracing every day and enjoying it and working as hard as we can to try and get results for Bradford City.
And you're relatively young. The age gap between yourself and some of the players, there isn't one. So has that been sort of an advantage? Would you say the fact that you're both relatively young in comparison with the players?
I think so. There was obviously pros and cons to it. But you know, the relationship that we've got with players is good. You know, they still know kind of what we expect from them, and but we're able to understand kind of where people are in regards to physically. If you know the players that are around my age might need a little bit more rest, etc. So the younger ones can do a little bit more. So that these had pros and cons to it. And obviously it's a good working relationship between myself and Connor and the players at this moment in time.
Why do you think you and Connor have been so successful?
Hard work, mate. It's a tough one to, you know. We've just worked hard and done everything in our powers to have it kind of leave no kind of stone unturned, really, and making sure that this is an opportunity for myself and Connor, and you know we don't want to let ourselves down. So it's important that you know we thought this was the right time for myself and Connor, in a way that we've been preparing for this moment with the amount of kind of days and years we've been working, you know, as a coach, that we were more ready for this opportunity than ever. So you know, we just had to embrace it and obviously trying to do the best, and we've obviously had success so far.
Heard a lot about the fact you sort of prioritise analysis. Why is analysis so important?
I think you can break down the game, you know, into simplifying the game for footballers, because it is a complicated game with different formations, different systems, etc. So analysis just kind of helps you work on your strengths, but also allows you to identify opposition's strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, we do believe in analysis. I know it's one thing in the press that's come out about how we work, but you know, a lot of teams do analysis. A lot of the big teams do analysis as well. So it's nothing new. It's just obviously just how we apply it to this group of players.
Do you want the job permanently?
Obviously we're having success, and you know, it's something that we are working towards. So you know, that's the decision from the board above. But we've just got to keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully, you know, if they think we're the right people, then we'll take the job. If they feel like we're not, then you know we'll have to see what happens from there. But you know, it is something that we are working towards. It's something that we are obviously looking to do in the future. So if we can get the opportunity here, then we'll take that.
And finally, what message do you have for the Bradford City fans? I know they're desperate to get back up the leagues.
It's the same message that we said from the start, really, that we're here to make sure that Bradford you know, don't go out the league, and you know, we do everything in our powers to make sure we're in this league next season, and you know, that we're just going to try to improve this team and make them as better as good as we can. So yeah, well, for the fans, I think they're seeing the kind of the change that's happened from kind of the top down, and you know, it's positive at this moment in time. So hopefully we can continue that positivity.
Brought to you by DIS, keeping companies connected with cloud-based solutions. Come on, City!